YouTube, Lauren here. So I'm checking in. Today is week 6, post-op VSG. I had mine done September 22nd. So I know everyone likes to give numbers, so I guess I'll give you my numbers. I started at 246 pre-op and pre-op diet. The day of surgery, I was 236. So I had lost 10 pounds on that. And then currently I am 206. So I have lost 30 pounds since surgery. Life is good right now. My last video that I made, it was week 4. And if you watched it, you'll know I was having a pretty difficult time. I was having a lot of nausea and just a bunch of side effects. But they're, the normal thing. At the time, it was hard to see the light at the end of the tunnel. But trust me when I say it does get better if you're on the normal recovery track. So during after I made that video, I had a death in my family. So I had to fly out of state suddenly, and I didn't go prepared. So when I was on the flight up to my family's place up in Iowa, I bought one of those snack packs that they have on the airline that came with crackers, cheese, and sliced meat. So, I know that we're supposed to get protein in first and, stay away from carbs, yada, yada, yada. But honestly, at the time, I was like in survival mode. I was hungry and I knew that I needed food because I was going to be running around airports. So I had gotten one of those and I broke the cracker up into tiny pieces. The cheese that came with it was like a soft spreadable kind. So I did that. And then it came with salami, which I was a little hesitant about, but I was like, hey, it's protein and it has, natural fats. So I'm going to try this out. So I did, I broke off little pieces of that and thank God everything went down perfectly fine. And it became my go-to, food for, probably that whole week, just because I didn't know what I could and couldn't eat yet. Honestly, I'm still in that learning process. Every meal, if I try something new, you never know how your stomach's going to react. But thankfully my stomach has been doing very well with chicken, so I've been doing a lot of chicken as my main protein source. But with that said, so this week being week 6, no more nausea, thank God, because that was just horrendous. If I do eat too quick or too much, though, it'll come right back up. But it's not nausea. It's just, regurgitation. It's not like you feel bad. It's just if you eat too much, it comes back up. The nausea, though, before was just, it was pretty difficult to deal with. But the medicine, oh gosh, I can't think of the name right now. Yeah, can't think of it. But it's a pretty common one. And that thankfully helped a lot, get through the bouts of nausea that I had. So anyway, moving on. Week 6, though, has been great. Like I said earlier, I'm down to 206, and this is my first stall. I never had one week 3. Never had one until this week. So I've been at 206 for probably about a week now. I haven't gained any weight, but definitely stuck at 206. So that's okay. This is my first stall and I know it happens to everybody and it's just part of the process and that's totally okay. And honestly, for a while there, I was not liking losing weight so fast because I didn't feel good. My body was I was never actually hungry, but my body, you could just tell when your body's in starvation mode, and my body was definitely in starvation mode, and that didn't feel good, didn't feel healthy. I'm kind of glad that it, plateaued out for a while there because I feel much healthier. I feel like myself. I feel like I'm getting my energy back. Because I was self-pay for the surgery, I did make an appointment with my primary care physician so that I could do blood work through her and, find out where my body's lacking, and so that way I can do supplements to supplement the vitamins that we all will come to know and love. But yeah, I don't really prepare for these videos, so sometimes they're kind of not too organized. Sorry. I'm just trying to think if there's anything else I want to touch on. Oh, yes, cold water. I can't drink. Towards the beginning, cold water was good. Cold water went down easier. But cold water now causes my tummy to constrict and it doesn't feel very good. So when I was telling my bariatric nurse about this, she told me to try warm fluids. So drinking just hot water or, like a warm tea, things like that are definitely good. I can't have caffeine, so sometimes that makes beverages a little bit harder to tolerate or find ones that work for me. But I'm pretty sorry, totally zoned out there. I've been able to find like tea, decaf tea, a lot of times, but just hot water. A lot of times hot water does it. For me, oh, I remember what I want to talk about. Yes, artificial sweeteners. Before I had surgery, I could tolerate artificial sweetener and regular sugar, all types of sugar. Now, oh, I cannot do artificial sugar. And it's a catch-22 because I know a lot of surgeons and a lot of bariatric programs recommend sugar-free liquids, but I mean, all that artificial sugar is not good for you. For me personally, it did not make me feel good. It made me just feel nauseated, like everything was too sweet. Oh, so definitely no artificial sugar for me. If I have anything that is sweet, it has a natural sugar source. If I drink decaf iced tea, I will use stevia, but that I can tolerate in small amounts. But like the aspartame and and I know everyone's different. For me though, it just wasn't working. And that reminds me of another thing when I said natural sugar source. Watermelon has been amazing. When I was having trouble drinking enough liquid, I was eating watermelon, which is like 90-something% water, so it is good for hydration. It obviously does have natural sugar in it, but it also has a lot of nutrients and vitamins. So, it's all about balance. Don't take my advice. Obviously, listen to your nutritionist if you have one. Since I was self-pay, I don't have one. But watermelon has been amazing. It's a good treat. It's refreshing. It's full of vitamins and nutrients, and it's hydrating. So for me, that's worked out really well. Body-wise, I remember it was like 2 days ago when I got back from Iowa. I looked in the mirror and I was like looking at my body. I mean, I couldn't, I knew it was me obviously, but my body has changed so much. And, all in all, I've lost 40 pounds, but even just that, like, it's amazing how much your body changes. So I was just kind of looking, I definitely noticed the looseness, but, I will definitely be working out to counteract that looseness to try to tone the body. But it's amazing. I finally feel happy about the surgery. I finally am starting to see the aftermath, the mental changes. Being able to go to a restaurant and not feel like a slave to food is amazing freedom. But yeah, so that's my quick update. Sorry, I know it's about 10 minutes here, so but thanks for watching, and I hope all of you out there, if we had surgery around the same time, I hope you're doing just as well and feeling great. And if you're new or considering VSG, definitely look into it. I strongly advise informing yourself about all the pros and cons, and definitely just be prepared for the initial. For me, it was 4 weeks. For others, it could be longer or shorter, but the light is at the end of the tunnel, and it does get better. So, anyway, I hope everyone has a blessed day, and thank you.